Grand Rising. Grand Rising, good people. How is everybody doing on today? I hope everybody is doing great. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, good people. Happy people. Yeah, yeah. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I don't know what this is. Wait a minute. I hope this don't mess everything up. I don't know what that is. What's going on, good people? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you don't like it, hit the don't like button. And leave a comment. I love reading comments, so please leave a comment. Okay? Like, share, and subscribe. Hit your notification bell. Make sure it says all so that when I go live, you'll get notified. The topic, the discussion of today is going to be, who are you? Now, I came up with that because you'd be surprised at how many people don't know who the hell they are. Like, it's really a lot of people who don't know who they are. So, who are you? Have you ever sat down and asked yourself that? Who are you? I mean, and really give it an answer, give it a good answer. Who are you? Right? Because I talk to a lot of people and they don't even know, they don't really know who they are. They just moving about in the world. They just existing, basically, and trying to make ends meet. And they really didn't know who they were. I was one of those people too who I knew things about myself, but I really didn't know who I was. Does that make sense? And so I had to start doing some self-discovery. I had to get on that self-discovery journey so I could find out some things about me, right? Because I was one of those people that was just existing and trying to make ends meet. But I didn't really know who I was, and I didn't know a whole lot about myself. And until I got on the self discovery journey, and now I found a whole lot about myself. I've even made changes within myself because there were some things about me I didn't like. And see, a lot of times we do that. We get so caught up in life, right? Trying to make it, trying to make ends meet, trying to get the bills paid, trying to feed your children. Sometimes you have help, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're a single parent, right? And I was a single parent. Okay, so I know how it is. Um, People always want to down talk on single parents. Some people want to down talk on single parents. But let me tell you something. I don't care what nobody say because I stuck and stay. So that says a lot about me. I stuck and stayed and took care of mine. Regardless of what I went through, right? Through the process, I still, stuck and stayed. And that says a lot for a person who will stick and stay and not run out on their responsibility. Okay? But I be hearing a lot of that rhetoric, you know. Usually I click off it, because it's not interesting to me. I hear people talk about single parents. Salute to all of you. Because it's not easy to stick and stay and do what you gotta do. It's not an easy task. But salute to the ones who did it. Okay? Because I know a lot of parents that did it, that stuck and stayed. And oh, excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. I know a lot of parents that did it, that stuck and stayed and took care of their responsibility. And so I commend you. But back to what I was saying about who are you? And a lot of times when you ask somebody that, they hit surface stuff. Like, I'm a nice person, I'm I like to laugh. Surface shit. you know? And that's all good. But a lot of times, it's not true. When you start on your journey of self-discovery, you will find that a lot of the things that you were saying about yourself wasn't really true. It was just, something that you just came up with because you got stagnated and you got caught off guard when somebody said, "Who are you?" You know. Now when somebody say, "Well, who are you, Lisa?" Lisa is on a self-discovery journey. Lisa loves herself today. Lisa can honestly say she loves herself unconditionally. Lisa have set boundaries for herself and she stand on them. Lisa had became a person who complete things. Okay, because I was a person who started stuff but couldn't complete it. But today I start things and I'm determined I'm going to finish it. Lisa is committed to the things that she's doing. She commits herself. Lisa is a very how can I put it? Lisa is a very open and truthful person when talking about self. I mean, I could just go on to things that really mean something, right? Besides me just saying, "Oh, I'm funny sometimes." Oh, I like to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Just like touching surface stuff because you really don't know how to go deep because someone never have asked you that. Who are you? And if they did, you didn't know what to say. You got stagnated. I'm drinking my cranberry juice. I love cranberry juice for some reason. You didn't know how to say who you really were because you don't see, some of us don't take time out to find out who we are. We really don't. We get caught up, like I said, we get caught up. Life be lifing and we just be existing and we never stop and take a moment to find out who we are. Who are you? Who are you? You know? And so that's something that listen, this the verse of the day popped up. Listen to what it say. They say Jesus, I say Yeshua replied, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second, oh wait a minute, my thing went out. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself." That was the verse of the day. I had to stop and read that. The verse of the day. Wow. Love. You know what? I'm going a little off topic right now. But love. Love. Wow. Hey, love is something a lot of us don't have. We think we got it. We walk around, we act as if we got it. But a lot of us is full of it. We don't know what love is. We don't know how to treat people with love, with genuine love. Because you don't even know how to treat yourself with love. So how you gonna treat other people with love? You gotta first learn how to treat yourself with love. That's the most important thing. Is learning to love you. You know? A lot of us we don't have it. We just don't have it. And the way the world is going, a lot of people don't have it. They just doing whatever it is they want to do. It's sad. But love changes a lot of things. It really do. When you start to really love yourself unconditionally, it changes the game. I'm telling you, it changes a lot. It really do. And if you have never experienced it, you just don't, you're not going to understand. You just not going to understand. But everything starts with you. And I'm a firm believer in that you need to start loving you first before you try to love somebody else. A lot of times that's why some people relationships and stuff don't work out, because they haven't learned how to love their self yet. You know, like how can you step out and love other people, but you haven't even learned how to love yourself? Come on, that don't even sound right when you really think about that. You know, when you really think about that, that don't even sound right. I'ma love you, but I don't even know how to love me. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't even acknowledge it. They don't get it. They don't, you know, they don't get that part. For some reason, people feel like they can go out there and, find them a man or a woman and they can love that person. But if you really don't know how to love you, how the heck you going to love that other person? It's impossible. And that's why a lot of times relationships don't work. You have to start to love you first. I'm a firm believer in that. I really am. I don't feel as though love, people can love you if they don't know how to love themselves. Like seriously. You going to tell me you know how to love me, but you don't know how to love yourself. Make it make sense. Right? Just think about that for a minute. Just take a minute and think about that. Let that sink in. You going to love me, but you don't even know how to love your damn self. Hmm. Lord, take the wheel. Mm. It don't even sound right. When you think about it, it don't even connect right. I'ma love you, but I don't know how to love myself. I'ma treat you right, but I don't even know how to treat myself right. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, just some of y'all need to think about that for a minute. You need to really think about that. And back to what I was saying about who are you? I don't know. That just mm. I had to say that. I just had to say it. But back to what I was saying about who are you, right? And I know a lot of people don't want to hear it. When you talk about stuff like this, people don't want to hear it. They run away from it. They run away from it. They don't want to hear it. You know why they don't want to hear it? Because it's the fucking truth. That's why. That's why. You don't know who you are. It's the truth. And when you face people with the truth, they get mad, they get angry, they get upset. Instead of them saying, wait a minute, she got a point there. She got a point there. Who am I? Who am I? And when you think about it, when you sit still for a minute and you think about that, you just keep saying it to yourself. Who am I? Who am I? Right? You're going to find that it's something that's worth digging into, trying to figure out who you are. You'll find that it's worth digging into and trying to figure that out. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Hmm. I see that the way the world is moving, people are just moving, just existing. They don't know which way they going. They don't know. It's crazy, but prayerfully one day, some of you guys are really, get it together and find out who you are and what you all about. Some of you may get it together one day to learn to love you in spite of, regardless of how you may Look at yourself and how you may feel about yourself. You have to eventually someday come to grips with loving you. No matter what is going on with you. No matter how you feel about you. You're going to have to learn to accept you for who you are. And that's real shit right there. Accept you, your flaws and all. Right? Accept you, your flaws and all. You're going to have to learn how to do that. Once you learn how to do that, you're going to see your life change. You're going to see your life start to change. You really are. You're going to see that your life will start to change when you start finding out who you really are and what you're all about. Because you're going to start to accept yourself, you know. But a lot of you do not, for whatever the reason, you don't want to accept the truth about yourself. A lot of you don't want to do no self-discovery because a lot of you are scared of what you're going to find out and you don't want to face it. But you're going to keep running and you're going to keep bumping your head until you figure it out. It's not, listen, I'm not going to tell you it's going to be easy. But what I'm going to say to you is that you're going to find that, hey, I'd rather be truthful with myself and find out who I am and what I'm all about than not to know anything at all. You know, or you rather know the truth than to be running around here not knowing, and acting like you're something that you're not. Because I noticed that that's what some people do. Instead of knowing who you really are and what you all about, some people fake the funk. They act like they're something that they're really not. And how long does that work for you? Because people pick up on that. People pick up on who you really are real quicker than you do. They really do. People pick up on who you are quicker than you pick up on who you really are. You know what I'm saying? You don't. It take you forever to pick up on it. I could meet you tomorrow and pick right up on who you are and what kind of person you are and what you all about. But it'll take you forever to figure it out. I'm telling you, don't let life keep beating you up before you decide to stop for a minute and look at you. Look at the person in the mirror. Look at the man in the mirror. And start being truthful with you about you. Don't let life keep passing you by and you don't find out who you are, what you all about. Because that can be, how can I put it? That can be, that could be a bad thing. Like say you wait till you 40, 50, or pushing 60, and you decide now you want to find out who you are and what you all about. The things that you find out about yourself could really do some damage. It might turn you around, and then again, it might make you want to run and hide somewhere. Or just keep going the way you already going. So I'm saying don't wait. Don't keep waiting. Don't keep waiting. Find out who you are and what you all about. And start to learn to love you. I see some people get in relationships and they really think they got something. and they loving that person, and that person loving them, and then they find out, you see them again a month later, and the relationship is done. There's no more relationship, and you be like, well, what happened that fast? A lot of times it's just like I said, you don't love yourself, but you're going to go out, venture out, and claim you're going to love somebody else. Excuse me. And I'm talking about men and women. It doesn't matter. Y'all venture out into the world and you find somebody and you say you're going to love that person. But how you going to love that person when you ain't learned how to love you? Which means, and some of you are broken and damaged. Some of you are broken and damaged. Okay? And so, when you venture out there and you grab hold of somebody for a relationship, and the relationship crumbles, it crumbles because you don't know how to love you, but you think you think you got enough to love somebody else, and the whole thing just crashes because you're broken and you're damaged. You need healing, and that's the problem with some of us. We need healing bad, but we don't want to accept truth. We don't want to accept, for some reason, people don't want to accept the truth, especially when it comes to accepting truth about yourself. You don't want to accept it. Some people don't even want to hear it. Hey, Terry. Good evening, Grand Rising, Terry. How you feeling? Some people don't. They don't want to hear it. My ebook is finished. I forgot to tell y'all. Oh man, I should have put it on the made it with. I don't know how to do this. This is a new streaming that I'm using. I gotta figure it out. Okay, I have to figure it out. But I wanted to put it on. But I'm coming back live again today, and I'm gonna put it up. It's $7.77. Listen, I said $7.77 because I completed it. Y'all know the number 7 is completion. I completed it. And I think I did a beautiful, beautiful job, y'all. I ain't saying it because I did it. I'm saying it because I got that feeling. You know that feeling you get when there's something working greater than yourself? I got that feeling. And it's oh my goodness, y'all. I can't even get it out. It's amazing. Okay? It's amazing. It will help you to find yourself. It will definitely help you to find yourself. It is amazing. And like I said, when I come back live, I'm going to figure out how to put the cover, how to put it on the screen so y'all can see it and stuff. It's really amazing. And the name of it is PIT. PIT, period. P is P, period. I, period. T, period, T. That's the name of it. I'm not going any further. You have to get it. In order to know what all of that means, you got to get the ebook. I'm not going to give no information, because if I give information, then ain't no need in you getting it, right? It's an amazing book. It will help you become a better you. It's self-discovery. It's about self-discovery. And as you know, self-discovery is a journey. It's not something you do for 2 days and then you say, I'm done with that. No. You get on your self-discovery journey and you stay on it. That's something that you do for the rest of your life. It really is. Right? You tap into yourself and you work on yourself and you stay on that path. You make sure that you stay on that path of discovering yourself and making the changes, like critiquing yourself and stuff the way you should. The class that I'm getting ready to teach, you can also join the class, because that's going to be an amazing thing too. That class is going to be amazing. And like I said, in there we're going to be crying, and we're going to be, and it's for men and women. It's not just for women. It's for men and women. If you are somebody that's interested in trying to find yourself, right? And trying to, get to a place where you love you, this is the class for you. Okay? I'm doing it on fan base, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm doing it on fan base, because on fan base you can kind of speak openly. You don't have to be watching what you say and how you say it and stuff like that. So I like fan base, and yeah, and they got a subscription thing over there. I think it's like $4.99 or something like that, you know. And so, if that's something that you're interested in, please feel free to sign up, because I am getting ready to start that class. And it's going to be a very intense class. It's going to be raw and uncut, because I'm already raw and uncut, but it's really going to be raw and uncut. Because if you can't be truthful about things, it's not going to help you. If you're not ready, if you're somebody who's not ready to be honest about you, it's not going to help you. Okay? And I find that a lot of people have a problem with being honest with themselves. They don't want to, because they worried about what somebody going to say and all that. And the main thing you should be worried about is being healthy, becoming healthy, being a healthy person. You know? That's what you should be worried about. Being healthy. You know, that's it and that's all. But some people are so caught up in what so-and-so saying, what so-and-so think, and it holds them back from trying to be better and do better. You know? So, hey. Tori said, we must remember some people will feed you a lie just to see if you eat. Right. And a lot of people do eat them. A lot of people do eat them lies. Like they do. A lot of people will believe a lie and run with it real fast. They do. It happens a lot. People, people will tell a lie and everybody will jump on that lie and run with it. They don't think for themselves. They won't think for themselves and, to figure out if it's really a lie. Like, find out first, is that person really lying? Then, take it from there. And then some stuff is not even worth you really being invested in. A lot of shit I don't get involved in. I didn't like that P. Diddy stuff. I didn't talk about that or nothing because I was not invested in it. It wasn't something I wanted to be invested in. You know? I try to connect myself with things that's gonna put me in a good space. Put me in a good, put my spirit and stuff in a good place. Excuse me, y'all. And talking about P. Diddy, it wasn't going to do it for me. So I don't even talk about it. I didn't even get invested in it. You know? Because I'm a firm believer. What's done in the dark will come to the light. God sits up high, looks down low. He sees all, knows all. And so whatever you do in your life, right? If it's not right, it's going to come out. It's going to come out. God is going to reveal you. You know what I mean? God is going to reveal you. So you can play games and think you getting over, think you getting away with something, but God is going to reveal your butt. That's all. That's it, and that's all. I don't take on nothing that I don't take on nothing that I think that's going to create chaos and confusion for me. And that stuff, like I said, God gonna handle all that. And he can do it way better than I can. That's for sure. I ain't trying to get in God's way at all. Trust me. And you shouldn't even be either. But some of you don't even believe in him. at the end of the day. That's that part right there. That's what I don't understand. You will chase the pastor, but you won't chase God. Come on, somebody, help me out. Help me out, good people. Come on, Tari, help me out. Help me out, Tari. They'll chase the pastor, but won't chase God. Come on now. I'm telling you. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all better stop. You better stop. You better change your life. I'm telling you. Tari say, Miss Lisa, you taught me change is more than metal and paper in your pocket. That's right. That's right. That's right. And that's what we got to wake up and recognize that. Because I'm telling you, like, it's sad that people don't help each other like they used to. You know, I know when I was coming up, y'all remember Big Mama that lived on the block? Big Mama. You had several of them that lived on the block, and they would watch the little kids while they play and stuff. Remember? Because it was always said that it takes a village to raise children, right? And we used to have the big mamas of the block that be, some of them be looking out their window, some of them be, sitting at the window, some of them be sitting out on their porch watching us while we play, and we get out of hand. When our mothers came down that street from work, they would stop my mother or whoever mother, But this was every day when we was out there playing. We had all type, we had 10, 15 eyes on us, making sure we all right, Today, people don't want you saying nothing to their children. That's the number one problem right there. Don't nobody want you saying nothing to. Don't say nothing to my child. I know my child. I know my child ain't do that. Don't do that. I know my child ain't do that. And your child be the main child. Your child be the main child out there, doing what they do. But the problem is, people don't want you saying nothing to their children today. They want you to let the kids do what they want to do. It's sad, but that's how it is today. And that's why we in the shape we in. Love. We have lost love for one another. We don't have that love for one another. I'll help anybody. I don't have no problem with it. If a person needs my help, I'm going to help them. That's just the way I am. I don't look for nothing in return. That's not why I did it. It's not about that. It's about just being a decent human being. You understand what I'm saying, Tari? It's about being a decent human being at the end of the day. It's not about doing something because you want something in return. It's about being decent, just a decent person. And we have lost that. We have lost that in a lot of ways. We have lost that. We have lost being a decent person. Some of us don't even know what that is anymore. And that's bad. We have lost the love that we used to have for one another. You heard me? And that's bad. That's not a good thing. You have to get that love back in your heart. I'm telling you, because once you start to love yourself, you're going to find it's going to be very easy for you to love your neighbor and love other people. But the reason why we don't do it is because we have lost the love for one another. It's so much self-hatred going on. Me and you, we look the same, Tari. We're the same color, right? But this is how some people look at each other. Our people look at each other. When I look at you, this is how they look at each other. They see hate. They feel hatred. You understand? And that's what the problem is today. It's so much self-hatred going on. And that's the reason why so much stuff is going on between our people. Because they don't have that love for one another. They don't have it. It's so much hatred. and self-hatred. Self-hatred does a lot to a person. Okay? Self-hatred makes you hate the people that look like you. You understand what I'm saying? It really do. Self-hatred makes you hate the people that look just like you. It really do. Because listen to this. Listen to this for a minute, Tari. If you look in the mirror, right? Just hear me out. You look in the mirror, and when you look in the mirror, you don't like what you see. Okay? So when you look at other people who look like you, what you going to do? You're not going to like what you see. You understand where I'm coming from? Do you understand where I'm coming from, Tari? Yeah, that's how that go. If I'm full of self-hatred when I look in the mirror at myself, right? And I got self-hatred for myself. When I look at people who look like me, that same self-hatred I'ma have for them too. You say, Miss Lisa, please don't forget about Big Daddy. My father and daddy, Mr. Reuben Jones, was known as Big Daddy. Like I said before, his funeral was a celebration of genuine manhood. I know that's right. That's right. You see what I'm saying? And that's because they had love for each other. And they loved themselves. It started with self. They loved themselves, which made it easier for them to love other people. Put a little piece of that. That's all right. I was just joking. No, you weren't. Yes, I was. I was just joking because I'm loud. I'm just joking. No, I seen your face. Your face. You ain't have to say nothing. Your face said a lot. Yeah, but why you say I'm just joking? You wasn't. I was though. I was. I just want to see what you was gonna do. I'm gonna put nothing on my daughter. But look, they loved each other. It was genuine love. You see what I'm saying? They loved themselves. So it made it easier for them to love each other. Other people. You see what I'm saying? But when you look in the mirror and you got self-hatred for yourself, then when you look at people that look like you, you're gonna hate them too. And that's what we dealing with today in the world. That's what we dealing with. A lot of people don't want to accept it, but it's the truth. It's the truth. When we hear about so many homicides, right? It's not because somebody did something to somebody. It might be sometime, but I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, it's the self-hatred that person have inside of them. For whatever the reason, mom left them, dad left them, or dad was there and mom left them, or the other way around. Something happened in that person's life that he began to hate himself, or she began to hate herself. And then from that point, if I hate myself when I look in the mirror, what you think I feel about you and you look like me? You understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense? That's what we're dealing with in the world today. It's a lot of self-hatred going on. A lot of us are lacking self-love. And that's why it's so easy for someone to pull out a gun and do something to another person. You see what I'm saying? I hear people say all the time, oh, y'all complain about, genocide on us, but what about us doing it to each other? Okay, yeah. But that's why it's done to each other. It's the self-hatred. It's the self-hatred. So many of us look in the mirror and we don't like ourselves. But then when we look at other people that look like us, we feel the same way about them. And that's just the truth. The only thing is that people don't want to accept it for what it is. They want to sit around and talk about it, but they don't want to come up with a solution. They don't want to come up with a solution. It's a lot of self-hatred in our culture. It's a lot of self-hatred. And if we can ever get together and start letting people talk and see where they head at, see what happened in their life, I guarantee you, a lot of them, something happened in their life as a kid or as a teenager, right? That made them the way they are. I always say everything starts with you. And as a child, well, I'll put it like this. As a baby, everything starts at home. Who is the first man in your life? Your father. Who is the first woman in your life? Your mother. So when your mother and your father treat you like shit, what does it do to the mind? Think about that. The first man and the first woman to ever lay eyes on you. The first man and the first woman to ever, do things for you. The way they treat you. The way they nurture you. Right? So, if your mother and father is the first man and woman to deal with you, and they don't do right by you, okay? What happens? Excuse me. What happens? Self-hatred begins. Say your mother leave you. Say your mother leave you. She leaves you there with your father. You irritated because mama gone and she didn't come back. Okay? Mom is gone and she didn't come back. That's the first woman in your life. And she left you. Excuse me. She left you, right? How that's going to make you feel? As you get older, you find out your mother walked off and left you. That's the first woman to ever lay eyes on you. That's the first woman to ever deal with you. Okay? How you going to feel? You going to feel like your mother hated you? She didn't like you? And what kind of feelings does that bring on you? Self-hatred. When you look in the mirror, you don't like yourself because now you're older, you done found out your mother left you. And your father, say your father treated you, did different things to you. He didn't treat you, all that good, right? And so now, when you look in the mirror, the first thing those feelings of self-hatred come in. Because the woman, the first woman and the first man to ever lay eyes on you have treated you, treated you bad, and they have disappointed you. And so as you get older and you find these things out, you're trying to figure out what happened. What did I do to deserve this? So that person that you start looking at in the mirror, you start hating that person. And it takes off from there. I hope everybody understanding what I'm saying. It takes off from there. And then as you get older, that rage grows. That rage grows as you get older. And so then when you become a teenager, you hit the streets. Gang banging. You get introduced to something that you like, that makes you feel good, makes you feel a part of something. Or you get introduced to the drugs. The drugs give you an escape. You get to escape from having those feelings of what mom and dad did to you. Don't make it go away, but it just give you an escape for a little while. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying, because I know some of y'all done been through it. You may not want to talk about it, but I'm quite sure some of y'all done been through it. This shit is real, y'all, and it keep happening. It keeps happening because a lot of people want to sit around and talk about it, but nobody want to address it. Nobody wants to do anything about the issue. Nobody is coming to save us. We got to save ourselves. Stop playing with me. We have to save ourselves because nobody is coming to save you. So what are we going to continue to sit around and talk about it? Or are we going to do something about it? That's something that we need to ask ourselves. A lot of people talk, but are you going to do something about it? I'm mentoring people. If you need to be mentored, reach out to me. Lisa'sRealSpill@gmail.com. Reach out to me. Okay? This is not a game. This is real stuff that's going on in our community. And it's been going on for a long time. People are hurt. People are broken. People are damaged. You understand what I'm saying? And we need to come together and do something about it. We need to help people learn how to love themselves so that they can learn how to love others. Because that's the problem. Some people don't love themselves. And as a result of that, how you going to love others when you don't even love you? You don't have what it takes to love yourself. Come on, y'all. Let's be real. We got to do better. We got to do better, good people. Sorry, say, Miss Lisa, you taught me you can't change another person's eyes. You can only control what you present in front of them. What they choose to see is up to them. The question is, when you look in the mirror, what do you see? Exactly. And that's what I talk about all the time. The man in the mirror. What do you see and feel when you look at the man in the mirror? And when I say the man in the mirror, I'm not talking about a woman or a man, okay? I'm talking about you. What do you see when you look in the mirror? What do you feel when you look in the mirror at yourself? What do you feel? I know that some of y'all don't feel good about yourself. I know you don't. I know you don't feel good about yourself when you look in the mirror. I know a lot of you don't feel good about yourself. And that's why some of you act the way you act, because when you look in that mirror, you don't like what you see. And you don't feel good. And that's why some of you do what you do. And like I said, some of you use alcohol, drugs, and stuff to escape. It's not going to help you. Them drugs and alcohol is not going to help you, baby. I'm a recovering addict over 20 years. Let me tell you something. It's not going to help you. It's going to keep you in that hole that you in. That's all it's going to do for you. It's not going to help you. And so what you going to do? Are you going to keep doing what you're doing, or are you going to try to find a different way? Is it working for you? Is what you're doing working for you? Is it really working for you? Hmm. Hey, I love my people, and I'm willing to do whatever I can to help you out. But I do know some people you can't force them to do nothing. You can't force people to do something, right? They gotta want to do it. But you can make a change. You can make a change. It will work if you work it. I've been through it. And the ebook that I created, it comes from the heart. It comes from a place where you can I've been there. So I know what it takes to make the change. Because I've been there. I've been there. I started getting high. When I started getting high, of course my life went up and down, up and down. And then after a while, just stayed down, stayed down, stayed down. And then when I finally decided to get clean and stay clean, my life started to change. It's in the ebook, y'all. Get the ebook. It will help you. It will help you in so many ways. It's only $7.77. If you want the ebook, reach out to me. You can DM me on TikTok, Instagram. You can email me at lisasrealspill@gmail.com. However, I'm coming back on here later and I'm going to post it. I'm going to post the the ebook. Okay? But it's very powerful and I'm telling you, it will change your life. And I'm starting the class with it too. You get the ebook, and I'm gonna start the class on fan base. Okay. It's a subscription thing over there. I think it's like $4.99. You know, it ain't about money. It's about really trying to help people. It ain't all about money. Some people make it about money. That's their choice. It's not all about money for me. It's about trying to really help people. So I say to anyone watching this video, Miss Lisa Montgomery is a great blessing in my life. We never seen each other face to face, but we have planted seeds in each other's lives. We're all farmers in another person's life. We can plant seeds or we can plant weeds. Seeds are the positive things of life and the light of life. That's right, Tari. That's right. That is so true. That is so true. Me and Tari we had planted so many seeds in each other's lives. You know, when I felt like giving up, Tari say some things to me that made me not want to give up. You know, because I work both ways. Just because I have a lot of knowledge and wisdom about certain things, I still need people like Tari, you know, positive people to help influence me in doing things, you know. And I need that uplifting sometimes too. You know, we all do. So I appreciate him so much. He been here with me for a long time. And I truly appreciate him. I really do. I really do. You don't find a lot of people like Tari. You really don't. I have to be honest. You know, you don't find a lot of people like Tari. A lot of people, you know, they'll act like they with you 1 minute and then the next minute they disappear. You know? And I appreciate you, Tari. I really do. I appreciate you so much. I really do. Because you one of the reasons why I stick and stay on here. You know? Because a lot of times I do. I be wanting to throw my hands up because I see certain stuff going on. You know, I ain't gonna go into all that. But I do see certain things going on. But it's okay. It's okay. What God has for me is for me. And I will get it. You know what I'm saying? I will get it. So I'm gonna wrap this up. I think I said enough. I love you guys. I truly do. And it's more to come. I'm really, really getting ready to break out because it's like I've been holding back. I got so much to offer, but it's like I've been holding back, you know. So I'm getting ready to cut loose. And I just hope and pray that I help as many people as possible, you know, because a lot of my people are broken and damaged. And I hope that the things that I'm going to deliver, I pray and hope that I help as many of them as I can. You know? Um, what time is it? I will be back on here, y'all. I'ma say 9. I'm gonna try to hit 9 o'clock. I gotta learn how to work this thing, this new streaming thing I like it, but I gotta learn how to work it. So I don't know how to set the, you know how you set your thing up for a certain time. I don't know how to do that. I gotta figure that out. But I will be back on here about 9, y'all. And I hope that y'all join me. So that we can talk about some more stuff. Yes. I enjoy talking about this. Self-development. I enjoy it. I really do. I enjoy it because I got so much information just from my experience, the things that I've been through. You know what I'm saying? And stuff. I got so much wisdom and knowledge. And I enjoy talking about this because I know what I'm talking about. And I've experienced it. You know? I'm not giving you shit that I ain't experienced. I have experienced a lot of these things. And so I know exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about it. And and so yeah. I want y'all to join me for my next conversation because it's gonna be another deep discussion. A very, very deep discussion. Similar to the one we had today, but different. But it's gonna be deep. A lot of my conversations is going to be very deep, and I try to give people something to think about. You know, that's why I go as deep as I do go, because I want to give y'all something to think about. You know, and I want y'all to be looking at yourself and wanting to change and make you a better you. You ain't got to come with me, but find somebody to come with that's going to help you get to where you want to get to. I definitely know I'm qualified. Okay? But if you don't want to do it with me, that's fine. But do it with somebody so that you can become a better you. Tari said, Miss Lisa doesn't just give lip service about the great Lord Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit. She is one of the greatest teachers if the Holy Bible of the Holy Bible in my life. Thank you, Tari. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate you, Tari. You know that. I definitely appreciate you. Like I said, Tari been riding with me for a long time. Like seriously, I never had nobody to ride with me like Tari do. And we ain't never met each other, but it seemed like we've been knowing each other forever. It really do. And it's a good feeling, and I definitely appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna tap back in about 9, y'all. I'm gonna try to figure this thing out of how to set it up for the time and stuff. But if I don't figure it out, I'm just gonna hit the live button and come on like I did today. So just for y'all listen out for me, you know. I'll be back on here about 9 o'clock. I love you guys. Thanks for tapping in with me. And please subscribe, like, share, and all of that. Make sure your notification bell is on and all that good stuff. And I'll holler at y'all on the next one. And as always, don't forget to repent and pray, because you never know when it's your last.